going to try to come back, but no dice. So I'm very proud of the Bears this weekend. Did a great job. And this is going to continue to make us roll. Philly's a good team, and we beat them.
So soccer and tennis, was that involved?
I wasn't watching much of the sideline action.
You got to do whatever it takes to win. So
to
get some soccer.
I was just curious.
We tried to draft the Williams sisters. They'd be good out there.
I thought that it was really precious when the Eagles tried to run it in on the goal line.
4 times.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're
Precious.
not going to win that.
We'd
You haven't
stuffed
won
them
all night.
all day.
It was the most
Bad
precious
playing
goal
call.
line
It was.
stand in football history.
And they said they were going to try to run McNabb, but he had that chest contusion once again. And not having Brian
keeps coming
Westbrook
up.
hurts. We really hurt them. And they fumbled a lot and acted pretty silly out there, I thought.
Yeah. And then they lost Buckhalter in the middle of the game, so.
Yeah, but we lost Brandon Lloyd in the middle of the game.
Does that really make a difference, though?
Yeah.
Is he on the Bears?
Yeah, he's the Bears' leading receiver.
When does he play?
Bears have
On
receivers.
Sundays, usually.
Yeah, that seemed like the week before last he had 2 catches.
Well,
I don't know about Brandon Lloyd.
I like it when we win, and we won, and that's all I'm worried about.
Nice.
Big W, and thank you. Go Bears.
You're up.
I went ahead and made a really bad choice. I said that Green Bay was going to beat Tampa. I was completely erroneous. I predicted 21-10. The score was 21 Green Bay, 30 for Tampa. I blew it. Wow. I also said that Rodgers had not had any interceptions all year long. He threw 2 in that game.
And he fumbled it.
Yeah, and he fumbled it.
And he separated his shoulder.
Yeah, he separated his shoulder. It was not a good pick. However, there's still nothing going on in Green Bay from Ryan Grant, their big back, and I don't know what's going on there. If he was just all hype or what last year was all about, but he's essentially doing nothing over there. So, I think that one of their keys is they have to get him involved. Otherwise, they're relying on Greg Jennings, and you double team Greg Jennings, and what's going to happen? Aaron Rodgers is going to start throwing picks. So.
He is still leading the league in receiving yards.
Yeah, well.
And he should, though, because Donald Driver and James Jones are
Great
receivers. Donald Lee's a pretty good tight end. I've been kind of watching what it seems like Grant, because he kind of exploded so fast last year. He's having to learn how to be a good running back now, and he's being too patient. He's not cutting back at all. He's never making the cutback. He'll show him, he'll stay behind the blocking, and there's nothing but green grass, wide open space. He doesn't see it. He's trying to stay with the blocking. And last year,
He ran scared.
he ran scared.
Right.
He saw open ground.
Yeah, he took it. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The other
Re-scared. Scared again.
I don't mean to interrupt your guys' little fest. The main thing I guess that everybody's going to be talking about this week everybody was talking about this week was the whole Matt Bryant thing. Lost his son overnight the week before, and he still came out there and did a good performance, which is what football's all about. You got to be dedicated to your team, and I'll never forget the time that Donnie Dungy lost his son and then made it to the next game that week. So.
Was fairly emotional.
Yeah, it's a sad deal, but good kudos for Matt Bryant.
Yeah.
Go ahead. My pick last week was Vikings-Titans. I predicted the Titans. The Titans won. Gives me one up on you.
Oh,
Nice.
It was the Senior Citizen Fest. Gus Frerotte, Kerry Collins, my favorite man now. Kerry Collins, all stubbled and gray, throwing touchdowns. Looked pretty good. 2 of the best defenses in the NFL right now. Now, the Minnesota was touted as being the top run defense in the NFL the entire year before the season started. The Titans have emerged as the dominant defense. So, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
yeah. They look good.
And the Vikings really depend on that front defensive line to have a really strong mullet potential. And
The Jared Allen
it's not
syndrome.
working. The Jared Allen mullet is not working for the Vikings.
Well,
Plus, they wear purple and gold.
their mascot has a
What's
mullet.
wrong
Why
with purple?
shouldn't they?
What's your thing with purple and gold?
My daughter
Why do you-
enjoys it.
Your daughter has great taste. I like
Yes,
purple and
yeah,
gold.
Purple and gold.
We,
It's
I'm going to put purple
football
and gold
team.
in my hair.
my high school mascot was purple and gold.
Your high school mascot was purple and gold.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
don't think
You like-
purple
you
and
like
gold
purple and
belongs
gold.
anywhere.
No, I
on
don't
an
like
NFL
You don't like
purple
purple?
field.
I like purple and gold.
No.
Well, you can
Apparently,
have
the other
purple
thing
and
that
gold.
doesn't belong on an NFL football field, speaking of the Vikings, is Adrian Peterson. That
Wow.
guy cannot get out and play consecutively. I mean, he's always getting hurt. Everybody's expecting big things out of Adrian Peterson, but it seems like all we see is, a big game, and then an injury.
Yeah, it goes back though. I mean, even throughout college, he was like that. I mean, huge game.
In
But
high
he
school, he was like
sacrifices his
that.
body like crazy. That guy plays
Sacrifices
like Walter
his
Payton.
body
Will
in
not
end
go.
zone celebrations, remember. True. He did break a bone in an end zone celebration.
How knuckleheaded.
Yeah.
Knucklehead would do this.
So it was a good game. It showcased a lot of defense. It showcased two old quarterbacks, some good running, smash mouth football.
That's for sure.
Which you have to have good running when you have old quarterbacks throwing the ball around.
Right.
Good game. Titans came out on top, significantly on top.
Titans are
Albert
good.
Hainsworth had 2 sacks. He had 4 turnovers caused by the Titans. It's a good game.
And that was my defense this week. They turned out big for me. Albert Hainsworth is looking like an MVP candidate. He is. I mean, I know he
When he's
stepped
not
on
kicking
somebody's
other players in the
face
face,
Right.
he's
with
doing
cleats.
okay.
I mean, the
yeah.
guy might not have many morals, but he sure is a good football player. Which what do people care about? More about stats than, if they have 9 children with 9 women.
Whoa,
Like Travis
whoa.
Henry.
Oh, here's a
There's new news. Breaking news.
And Travis Henry came out, has 9 children with 9 different women. And he's a cocaine dealer, so.
And he's apparently not very good at dealing.
How much did they catch
Yeah,
him
he's a
with?
bad cocaine dealer.
What did they catch him with?
A couple keys,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
which I don't
Especially
know what
when
that
I
means.
think that's
but
trafficking.
He was trafficking. And the reason the guy turned him in, because he said the guy that he was dealing with, he got his house burglarized, he's got $30,000 worth of coke stolen. He said, you don't give me my coke back, I'm going to kill you and your family. So he was like, I'll call the cops right now before Travis Henry murders me over $30,000 worth of cocaine.
That is ridiculous.
It's a football show.
It is a football show.
Yes.
Just talk about. Never mind.
Yeah, it could go on.
Anyway, I picked the Steelers to squeak one by. Oh, we actually have a caller.
We do.
We have a
Caller.
caller.
Excellent.
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
Caller.
It's a football show.
Hello. Is this
We
a
are
fake
not-
caller?
Yes.
The phantom caller.
We can
Phantom
pretend that
caller.
we have a caller and
Yes,
answer a
the,
question that we like. Hello.
Okay, the Bears-Lions game.
Yes.
I am
Yes.
wondering how bad do you guys think the Bears are going to cream the Lions?
Oh boy.
It's, I love you, Marley.
Hi, I love you
Hi,
too.
buddy. Hi, sweetheart.
I thought we had actual callers.
It's going to be at least.
Yeah, I was going to act like an old man, but I
Yeah,
decided to do it.
you're gonna have to
It didn't work,
on the
buddy.
voice.
You
a
sound
little
Thank
bit
you,
to do
Marley.
that.
But yeah, you know how it goes, honey. We got swept last year by the Lions. No more of that stuff. What do you think, sweetheart?
Cream them
How
by
bad
like
is it going to be,
You
buddy?
trained her. She's
30
gonna go.
points, I think.
How bad?
By like 30 points.
30
My mom and my
points.
Nana are just totally pointing and laughing at me. So.
You're not gonna get to stay up any later if you say the
We
Bears.
love you. I think at least 30 points. There's no way. I'll talk about it in my segment about upcoming games, but we're definitely going to take them down. Sorry, guys, but it's going to be a big week for these guys here and a
Yeah.
bad week for these guys
Yeah.
here.
Knucklehead
always a
Chicago
bad
fans.
It's always a
these
bad
guys
week
here.
for these guys here.
You guys got to be bringing up old stuff.
Okay, so everyone thinks the Bears will definitely win.
Everybody think the Bears are going to win?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Bears
no-
win.
Yep, okay.
Bears.
Pretty obvious.
Yep.
Okay, well,
I'm not on the
see you
show.
later, guys.
Yeah,
All right.
love you.
Thank you,
See
Marley. Sam?
That was nice.
Yeah.
Was that nice?
That was nice.
That was a good
Yeah.
family moment.
Thank you. That's my daughter. Love her to death.
His
Great
daughter
kid.
just, you know,
She
canned
made
your
us
guys'
look
team.
like
Yeah,
fools.
That's good.
She did actually clown both of us.
Yeah.
She's how old?
She's 10 years old and she's
10-year-old just clowned me on TV.
a
That's
wonderful kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's old enough to have good taste in football teams.
She
That's
is
right.
old enough to have
Thank
good
you.
taste in
Okay.
football teams. I guess
Thank
it's
you.
really taste is ageless. Yes. Steelers,
Steelers.
Ravens. Ravens played without Samari Mole or Samari Mole.
Ferrari.
Ferrari's
Soul.
Roll.
Yeah.
Samari Roll, who I said if they don't have both Chris McAllister and Samari Roll, you're going to see more points than 10, and the Steelers put more points than 10 on this week by.
You did
It
say
was
that actually.
another game.
I don't want to give you credit, but you did.
Oh, we have got another call in.
Caller. Busy
Hey.
calling. Craig.
Hello, Craig. Go
Craig.
Cards.
We have
Hung
lost
up.
Craig.
Craig realized it was the football show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
But
wasn't
thanks,
going to talk about the Cardinals
But anyway,
here.
so your prediction
Yeah,
was
I
right.
was correct. They squeaked by on a field goal. And another one of those precious moments happened where the Steelers tried to run it in 3 times in a row against the Ravens. And you're banged up offensive line. I know that that's going to be something that's going to give you a boost if you're not playing well on offense, but you're not going to get a boost when you're going against a team that personnel-wise, is better than you in the positions that you're playing, and you're just handing them something.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
ridiculous.
do that against the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens have a sharp defense. Pittsburgh, sometimes I think that they can get a little bit overconfident in the ability that their offense has, and sometimes they make poor decisions. I've seen Mike Tomlin repeatedly make poor decisions in his coaching that, it ends up costing them a lot of opportunities. So
Yeah. And that was a situation where they scored the touchdown, the game's over. They still won, but the game was over. They scored that touchdown. They have Heath Miller. They haven't been using him. He's a great tight end, and Roethlisberger's rating when he's going to Heath Miller is like 125 or something throwing to that guy. Like, he just connects with him. And that's your third and goal, even second and goal, 3 yards away, sprint right option.
you go to
throw
the
it
big
tight
guy.
end.
You go to the big guy.
You go to the big guy. Touchdown, game over. But
I think he
no.
was too busy getting sacked.
Yeah.
That was a
It
horrible
was-
offensive
We
line.
said it was going to be just.
It was going to be bad.
It was a sack.
Smash pass. How many players did they lose for the season? I know the Steelers lost at least 2.
I had
Their
been
rookie Richard Mendenhall.
calling for
their
Mendenhall to be a
offensive
bust
lineman.
all season, and Ray Lewis ended his season.
Yes, literally a bust. And it's sad to see that stuff go down.
It was a fun hit, though. I
Those
enjoyed
guys,
it.
Those guys
It wasn't
hate
as
each
good
other.
as the one.
You're
Those
the
guys
typical
killed
guy
each
that
other.
likes injuries.
Well,
Like, you get excited about people getting
When
broken.
I saw Richard Mendenhall take it around the right side, running straight up, and safety for the Eagles, Quentin Michael, former Boise State safety,
Go Bronx.
He had a
crushed
pick
him.
against the Bears.
We're talking about a guy, Mendenhall outweighs him by probably 40 pounds,
Yeah.
and he gets crushed by this safety. I called bust from there on. Wouldn't you know it? He hit someone who was a little bigger, Ray Lewis, a little bigger than the strong safety.
Lewis is a little better.
It was ugly. You like that stutter there?
I do.
Yeah,
This
it was
is
good.
nice.
You look good on TV.
Did it?
Yeah.
Steelers find a way, though. I mean, the
They do.
Steelers find a way. That's a good organization. I got a lot of respect for the Steelers.
With Mac throwing Mendenhall under the bus is a good time to now lead into his segment, Maccusations, where he throws somebody under the bus.
Bus.
The bus.
The bus. So, this week, accusations. Al Davis, thank you very much for giving me this ammo. We
need
have
a
Al
shot at Al
Davis here.
Davis here.
We do. We need a shot at Al Davis. I just want to thank him for giving me so much to talk about in this week where, yeah, I guess there was a little bit going on, but Al Davis really took the cake. I mean, showing up in a press conference in his retro 1970s outfit, looking like the Scarecrow, blaming Lane Kiffin for all of the Raiders' woes. I mean, evidently, Lane Kiffin has been the coach of the Raiders for, I don't know, the last 5 years? No, it's only been 2. He said he had the wrong guy, which, Art Shell's been the wrong guy twice. John Gruden was the wrong guy. Mike Shanahan was the wrong guy. And now Lane Kiffin is the wrong guy. So I want to thank Al Davis for pointing that out to us. I didn't realize Lane Kiffin at 31 years old was the responsibility, had the sole responsibility of all the losses. So Al Davis, thank you. Thank you for showing us how terrible your organization is.
He did coach the Super
disagree?
Bowl.
Yeah, boo
no,
Al
I
Davis.
mean,
Who
Al
wants to take
Davis is
this?
too old. He is just too old. He doesn't need to phone in deep balls. Apparently, he phones in deep balls, like you're
The bat
running your
phone.
offense and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, the phone. Hi. Oh, I have to throw it deep now. We're on the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
We can't even throw it deep. But yeah, he will. He throws monkey wrenches and things.
Oh yeah, my other favorite part of the entire charade that Al Davis had, which was his press conference, was saying the Patriots interfered with Randy Moss. Now, keep in mind, Al Davis hasn't said anything about Randy Moss until after Randy Moss goes to the Patriots, wins a lot, proves Randy Moss can still run. We better make up something. So he says the Patriots interfered with Randy Moss. It's just a little amusing that he wasn't worried about it and didn't say anything about it until he had success. It looks bad on him that he let Randy Moss go for a 4th-round draft pick. I don't know. Al, I think it's time to go, man. Give it up. Go to retirement center.
Can we
Eat
get
some
Al on the
pudding.
phone?
You would actually phone in a deep pass right here if you heard that.
We're going deep.
We're going deep on you, man.
We're not playing
That's-
football now, Al.
The NFL's changed so much.
He doesn't need to go.
He's
he
back
just
then.
needs to really start to
needs
realize
to
he
move
needs
to
to
Florida.
let go of some of the responsibility because he is a great evaluator of talent.
He was in the
still
70s.
is. No, he still is. Look at the guys they're getting. The guys they're getting, especially their late round guys.
They're
are
great guys, and
fantastic.
they party around the town. I want this
I
great
would not
athlete
want to
that
get
goes
into
out
a
and
bar
parties.
fight with Sebastian Janikowski. Would
Sebastian
No.
Janikowski
No.
smokes a 6-pack before he kicks a field goal.
smokes a 6-pack?
Smokes.
What are you?
He is probably the strongest kicker ever if he can do that.
He can smoke
Yeah,
a 6-pack.
smoke a
Why not?
six-pack.
I don't know. Well, I
You
don't
know,
what
It just came out. I don't know.
drugs
We're
these
so
teenagers are doing these
We're
days.
crazy.
The sad
But-
thing about the whole Raiders situation is that there are so many fans out there that love the Raiders, and
They've got the
honest
IQ of a
to
hamster
God,
with
you
the
know,
shoulder pads and the skull
Yeah,
face
We
paint.
just
Come
lost
on.
half our viewers.
Raiders
Thank you.
fans-
man.
Yeah.
Raiders fans are so disappointed.
They are. I mean, it's year after year after year, and I know that I'm speaking being a Lions fan. I totally know what that's like, but you know, I mean, the Raiders have.
The Raiders usually are good.
They have proven themselves to be good. How
They're
do they
still a
get
good team.
back
They're
on
still
that
a good
track?
team. They have talent around the board. They're
do.
still a
They're
good
not a
team.
good team.
They
They are.
just
They have
they're
good talent.
Too much
fantastic.
good
Okay, they have great
I do.
talent. The Lions, I wouldn't say they had great talent. I just say they have a new field.
They got the heart of a champion,
They have a new field.
which is
What
what the Raiders may be missing.
What Lionheart?
Lion. That's an awesome movie with Van Damme.
Should we let you guys have a room?
Yeah.
Okay. Room for Mac and Sam.
No Van Damme. I need a room with Van Damme.
And Van Damme is
And
getting
Van
involved
Damme.
in the
yeah.
room.
He probably was buying cocaine from Travis Henry.
Nice.
Yeah. Just bringing it back there. All right, we're going to
360.
talk about next week before the show's over.
Nice.
All right.
So
Bring
go
it.
ahead and Drayton, bring us your pick for next week. Which game are you paying attention to?
This week, I don't know if it's going to be much to pay attention to, but of course I'm going to do my Bears heading into Detroit. Is these my ups and downs too?
No, it's just your picks.
Okay, just my
just your
picks. Yeah, you know, Bears are going to kill them. That's all there is to it. I should talk
Who
about
are
another
we
game,
watching?
but I'm
That you think is it,
fixated on that game.
is it going to be Matt Forte or is it going to be the neckbeard that puts the last spike in the lines?
It's going to be a little bit of both. Neckbeard is, I shaved my neckbeard just because I know you don't need a neckbeard to beat the Lions. It takes a lot less than a
Man has a
neckbeard.
point.
But
They play indoors.
they have the worst running defense in the league, and we've got one of the most exciting rookies to be seen in Chicago in years. Matt Millen was always a bad thing in that organization, but now that he's gone, I still think there's that hole missing in the Lions' heart. I just think it's going to be an ugly game, except pretty for me. Let's go Bears.
I am completely in agreement. I don't think that the Lions have a chance. Unfortunately, two of their offensive linemen are down. They have a reputation for not having an offensive line to begin with.
They're
Hitting us on his
turnstiles.
back the whole week.
They're turnstiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have to put your ticket in and then you get a sack.
Yeah.
You just run in and get him. The thing that's giving them any level of offense is his ability to scramble.
Or to take a hit.
Or to take lots and lots,
Lots
of
of hits.
That
And
guy's
come
a
back
tough
in the game
man.
and keep playing. Yeah,
With a
that's-
concussion.
With a concussion.
And then
Concussion.
diving on first down
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
concussion.
He's an animal.
I
but
think they made a rule that you can't come back in with a concussion now. In
that.
college, that's a rule.
the Kitna rule.
The kid.
The Kitna rule.
It would be the Stan Humphries rule. That guy had 12 concussions.
That guy
in
still thinks he's
6
playing
minutes
football.
of football.
Yeah.
He sits on his couch and tries to throw touchdowns.
It's actually very sad, Mac.
It is
He
kind of
has
sad.
brain damage. You just made fun of him.
I did.
Yeah.
Do you think we could have
Mac
spelling
has brain
contest?
damage.
It's not, it's not
I don't.
good.
I would actually probably have a hard time in a spelling contest with anybody.
Okay.
I spell things.
Why did we get all
wrong.
emotional all of a sudden?
I don't
This
know.
is sentimental
Anyway,
now.
that's the Bears
is
game.
sentimental.
Okay.
Go Bears. Go Bears. I mean, no go Bears. Oh, go Bears.
Let's go Bears.
All right, Justin.
All right. Well, you know, the game of the week is obviously Washington and Philadelphia, and it's a no-brainer. But you know, the Eagles have won the last 3 of the 4 meetings with Washington. Washington may look hot right now, but I think you're going to see an easy Philadelphia win. You know, the Eagles' defense, they rattle quarterbacks, and Jason Campbell, we've all seen him get loose before. He gets nervous and he starts throwing weird passes. Westbrook may be out, but I think Donovan McNabb is in with Deshaun Jackson. I think you're going to see, you know, a pretty damn good game out of Philadelphia. So I'm saying Philadelphia 23, Washington 15.
I think Washington takes them down.
I think you're
Do you?
a moron.
I'm going against. I think that one of the things that is going to be the problem that the Philadelphia Eagles have is that they're going to blitz, and that usually works great for them. And that they play these guys twice a year. The Washington Redskins know they're going to get blitzed, and you're going to see a lot of Clinton Portis screen passes where he's running all over the field.
You know, the thing, you have a fine argument about Clinton Portis. 3 years ago, we haven't seen anything out of Clinton Portis.
He had 120 yards last week.
Last week, that was the first time he's gone over 100 yards. That was the first time he went over 80 yards this
Yeah, but he had 2
season.
touchdowns the week before that, I think.
Touchdowns, schmuchdowns. The heck do I know? It's just
What
a
are
football
statistics?
show.
It's just statistics. Stats don't.
Yeah. Winning.
No, it's going to be a good game, but I think that I think Washington's really there. I think they proved that last week. I think that Washington and the Giants are the teams to beat. But who knows? The Bears did a great job showing us last week that the NFC East isn't invincible, because I was starting to think, wow, these guys are only going to lose to each other, and that is it. And they're, light years ahead of the rest of the NFL, but they're not. They're just playing hot. And really, things are kind of dicey right now. We're not sure where the whole NFL is yet. It's only week 5. And I believe we have a caller.
Oh, Ty.
Hello, Ty.
Hello, Ty.
Ty.
Hello. I was wondering, with Tom Brady out for the year in the AFC, and with them already with one loss, who do you guys going to pick for the AFC? And if you guys think they have a chance against anybody in the AFC or the NFC?
You do.
Good question, Tyson.
I obviously am going to go for the Colts because I have to.
You have to?
It's my heart. My heart is speaking.
But your
right
heart's
now.
on the line.
Yeah, my heart is on the line. Actually,
Okay,
Ty
well,
is
what's
on
your
the line.
brain say?
My brain says that actually the Colts look better than they have in the last 2 years, because when they get home field playoff games, they don't win, and when they get wild card games, they do. When they went to the Super Bowl, they hosted a wild card game.
So you're predicting the Colts mojo carrying over,
I'm
not the
predicting
talent.
the Colts mojo. No, I think that this is a wake-up call for them, and they're going to play offense because of it. They've really been, especially the last 2 games, they're going in and saying, we can put 25 points on these guys in 1 quarter, and then just not play until the 4th.
Who are you thinking, Mac? AFC-wise?
AFC, I would tend to agree with Sam. I think the Colts have the experience and the ability. I wouldn't rule the Patriots out. It's still a good team. Fundamentally, it's still a good team. They just lost Tom Brady. They still have somebody back there that's not making a tremendous amount of mistakes. He's going to be a little shaky. The guy hasn't been a starting quarterback since high school. So,
It's still the Patriots. So.
Yeah. By the numbers, the Steelers look the best right now, just by the numbers.
I'm going with the Titans. I think the Titans are
that's a good pick.
young, tough. That defense is amazing.
Except for Kerry Collins. He's older than all
Yeah,
of them.
but Kerry Collins is to the age. Like when Phil Simms retired, he said, I'm at that age where I want to quit because I can figure out everything the defense is going to throw at me. I know exactly where to go, who to throw it to, and what formation they have. So we decided to retire. It wasn't fun anymore. I think Kerry Collins is that part of his career where he understands the defenses, he understands what's coming out of him, he knows how to read blitzes, he knows how to read defenses, he can pick them apart. He's a smart quarterback. If he can stay together, that defense can win a championship if he can just keep it together, like Trent Dilfer and the Ravens a couple years ago. Titans have impressed me. And Buffalo, yeah. Buffalo looks good, but
I don't think that
they're
Buffalo or
year.
Tennessee
They're
are there
not
yet.
year.
Yeah,
Yet.
I feel the Buffalo flow, and I think that
Buffalo
I just
flow?
it's
yeah, that
copyright. Take it, use it. Next year you're gonna see big things out of Buffalo, but I think I'm with Drayton. It's all Tennessee this year. This is a team that's been building for a long time. The Colts have been the goal, and I think that after what happened, how the Titans have rebuilt and are gaining momentum. I think it's going to be them in the Super Bowl. It's just.
I think Kerry
Can
Collins is going to blow it. I'm never going to forget the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Man,
Yeah, he had a bad game.
that was. But bad
He's older
games are
and
bad
wiser.
games. But that was like he went up there with Stan Humphries and
Bobby Brister.
the early Elway years.
Jim Kelly.
Those were
Who- how
Jim
about
Kelly
the NFC?
actually usually played well
Can
with
anybody
Thurman
challenge
Thomas.
them in the NFC? I mean,
Who?
The AFC goes into the Super Bowl. Those teams. What
Who
about
can
the
challenge
NFC?
them?
They surprised the AFC last year, winning the Super Bowl. Can somebody out of the NFC come in and win it again?
Giants.
Again?
The Giants, yeah. I think.
What about the Cowboys? What
It's-
happened to the Cowboys?
I don't think the Cowboys'
One loss and they're
defense
out?
is good enough.
And Terrell Owens,
They
that
need to-
poison that is T.O.
Yeah, they need to do something on defense, and they have the personnel for it. It's just they're not getting it together. I drafted them in my fantasy football league, and I'm just going, what was I thinking? But they've got all the pieces there. I mean,
They
they're
have great
paying
talent.
those guys. I think Terrence Newman is one of the best. He might be the best cover corner in the NFL.
He
He's
got
so big,
blown
strong, and fast.
away.
I
mean,
know.
He got blown away.
I know. That's the thing, is that 1 week he looks fantastic, the next week he looks like garbage. None of them play well at the same time. They get pressure for 1 quarter, and then the team gets to run wherever they want, throw wherever they want the next quarter. There's just no level of consistency whatsoever with the Dallas Cowboys on defense.
I'd like
Offense,
to say one
they
thing
can-
about the Cowboys. Orlando Scandrick has been playing really well
Lights
out of
out.
Boise State. Been playing very well.
Yeah.
5th round pick. Been playing very well.
Oh, no, not the lights out.
The lights out.
We can get through a week without talking about the Chargers. I'm happy with that.
Oh,
Speaking of
we
the
didn't
Chargers.
make it. Chargers. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't have Chargers.
No, okay.
Who do you have this week?
I have this week, my game of the week is Colts Texans. Now, I'm going to play either one devil's advocate or two moron of the week and pick the Texans out of this. I just see an upset coming. Steve Slayton has been playing out of his mind, and the Colts are kind of banged up in the middle. So I see a good chance for Mario Williams to come up through the middle, get a little pressure on Paters, and I see Texans coming out on top. Big upset.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Of course you do.
Not this year. Maybe it will. Maybe the Colts are the team of my childhood and they're just going to stink on ice again. I just don't see it yet. Oh, they were terrible. Jeff George, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that, when I was 6, I thought he was going to take us to the promised land.
Bledsoe too, right? Or no, not Bledsoe.
Bledsoe
What
was
I
at
said-
No,
No, he was
Bledsoe did
Bledsoe.
beat the
Yeah.
Colts in the championship game because apparently Colts just lose championships to the Patriots,
Patriots,
even
yeah.
before Brady and Manning.
Not
But,
anymore.
Jim Harbaugh.
Never again.
Jim Harbaugh and Marshall Falk. The Cinderella season. That was awesome. Except for that
was
loss
good.
to the Patriots, who I would stab to death with knives.
Like
One knife, actually.
one,
Unless it broke.
a spoon.
Not Caesar
What about
style.
a spoon?
Caesar style? Oh, just have a
one
bunch
knife.
of. I don't know.
Bad joke. Moving on.
Yeah,
Your
anyway,
picks.
my pick, I'm going to look at the Bucks and the Broncos.
That should be a good game.
That is going to be a good game. I think that we're going to see how good Denver's offense really is, because right now it looks like they can score on just about anybody.
Except for the
except
Kansas City
Kansas
Chiefs.
City. No, it seems like they can score on anybody when they feel like scoring, and they have a good chance to prove that they're there on offense, and they give their defense a little bit of a break, but not much, because Ernest Graham has the capability of running for 400 yards the way that they play defense.
That's true.
And
They have the Orange Crush is not.
they're
out.
well. I mean, they don't even wear orange anymore. They don't crush. They
They're
wander.
kind of bluish.
Yeah, they're
Is it
like the
blue?
dark
Is it like
blue
dark
wander.
Navy blue. Is it periwinkle?
No,
Periwinkle Crush.
I don't know what. I think
You
it's
guys are scaring me
navy.
both with
Yeah.
your color talk.
Yeah, it's navy. But
And
Fan-
Cutler's getting too cocky. I don't like the way he's
believe-
taking it on
Oh,
himself.
caller.
we have a
Hey,
caller. Jeff.
Raiders coach.
Jeff, bring it.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
It's a football show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hi.
Hey, I just want to get you guys' view real quick on why the freak Tom Cable is the coach of the Raiders. I was actually
why?
went to U of I for a long time,
Didn't he-
and
Because
he
nobody
was
else
the
would do
dumbest
it.
thing that ever happened to.
He's the
Wasn't
head
he
coach.
terrible at U of I though, Jeff?
What's that?
Wasn't he terrible at U of I?
Tom Cable?
Yeah.
Does U of
Yeah,
I
he was
have
at U of I, and he's now the
Yeah, and he was
head
terrible.
football
Right, but
coach.
wasn't he terrible when he coached at even the University of Idaho?
Oh, I remember one time just like strategically in the game, it was horrible. Like they were down by like 21 points and they had a chance to tie it, but he went for 2 once just for fun, and they ended up losing the game by 1 point. It was
I
just
think-
ridiculous, horrible coaching, and now he's the head football coach of the Raiders. It's just-
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it comes down to Al Davis probably making a
he's
phone
just-
call to every coach in the NFL, every single one of them saying no.
No, he was
Cable's-
already on the. He was already on the staff. We have to wrap
Okay.
this up and get
Yeah.
out of here because we're out of time. But
Nobody else would do it.
yeah, no, he'll do whatever Al Davis says. and
Yeah,
that's
he'll do
why.
whatever Al
But
Davis says.
We got to
He's a-
go.
He's a puppet.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's a football show.
Good night. Hi, Marley.